Welcome to another episode of Dropping Emerald Gems, where I'm your host, Angela T. Jackson, a licensed therapist in the state of Tennessee and the face of the Jackson Impact Mental Health Solutions. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to talk to you about a special awareness for the month of December. It's Seasonal Affective Awareness Month. Seasonal Affective Disorder Awareness Month. That is a mouthful. So without further ado, let's jump right into this topic. Seasonal affective disorder is better known as seasonal depression or winter blues. That's right. This is a time of the year where a lot of people experience sadness, withdrawal, agitation, irritation, all of the things. Maybe there's lack of motivation and withdrawal from the things that you would normally find joy and pleasure in. This typically happens in the winter season. Now, it can possibly also happen at the end of the fall season. And, people who are familiar with this disorder, they pretty much can tell when it's about to hit or when there's about to be an onset every time, about this time within the year. So a tip that I like to suggest is being prepared. I know you're probably wondering, how can you possibly be prepared for something that happens mentally? Well, guess what? If you know that it's coming, plan ahead. Identify a specific routine that's going to help you minimize the feelings that you experience around this time. Identify a routine that will help to keep you busy, that will help to increase the motivation. For example, if you're used to exercising and you usually take a walk around your neighborhood, it may be too gloomy. It may be too cold. It may be rainy. There may be snow on the ground. So guess what? By planning ahead, you may have a routine to do an indoor workout. Maybe it's at a local school, a local gymnasium, a civic center, a community center, or maybe it's just an in-home workout. Plan ahead. There is a lot of success with having a plan for something that you can do that you enjoy. Maybe you decide to pick up an old habit that you have let go by the wayside. Do that. Maybe it's drawing. Maybe it's reading. Maybe it's listening to music. Maybe, anything that you would do with your hands. Plan ahead for those things. Also, another suggestion would be pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to what you're drinking. Pay attention to what you're consuming. The idea is to boost your mood. During this winter season, it is common for most people to miss out on what we call those happy brain chemicals, the happy hormones like serotonin. And we're not getting a lot of sunlight. We're not able to consume or absorb the sunlight. So that's going to mess with that vitamin D that we would normally be exposed to. So think about what you're consuming. What are you taking in? Do you take vitamins? Do you take supplements? Are you paying attention to those nutrient-rich foods that typically are better for you inside and out? Now, it's normal to feel down sometimes, but when you start to feel so low that you cannot carry on with your daily activities or your daily routine, or you're feeling so out of sorts, or what you might call melancholy, if you're feeling just disoriented or disconnected, see a doctor. See a mental health professional. Do not go at this alone. Sometimes you need the added support. And I will even say sometimes people do take antidepressants during this time. That is a conversation to have with your doctor. So, if you or someone that you know is experiencing symptoms of depression, specifically at this time of year, take notice. Don't ignore it. Also, if you have lost a loved one and are going through this holiday without them for the first time, talk with your doctor, talk with a mental health professional. Get some type of referral for some support. Now, if you have other suggestions, maybe you have dealt with seasonal affective disorder or seasonal depression before, and you have some suggestions that you would like to drop in the comments, please do. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's listening to music. Maybe it's using a sound machine. Maybe it's using an artificial light lamp. I know I probably messed that all up, but drop it in the comments what you usually do to combat seasonal affective disorder. Thank you so much for tuning into this bonus episode. I just wanted to take some time to acknowledge the awareness for the month of December. Have a great one. Check in with me soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dropping Emerald Gems.